What are your favorite traditions around Thanksgiving?
Watching Texas beat the Aggies.
No, not this year.
This is news you can use. This is practical. I mean, just like that. Isn't that?
Wow.
Look at that.
That is
You've got the
beautiful.
red-
What are your favorite traditions around Thanksgiving?
Eating.
Ready to roll?
Yep.
All right.
Real Texan.
Why should this matter to real Texans?
Welcome to this edition of Real Texans, talking to a very special group of people for me today on this edition. That is the men and women of Texas Scorecard who spend every day helping citizens be more effective. Today, we're going to start off with Daniel Greer, our CEO. Daniel, what are your favorite traditions around Thanksgiving?
My favorite tradition around Thanksgiving is doing puzzles with my family.
What are your favorite traditions around Thanksgiving?
Watching Texas beat the Aggies.
No, not this year.
Well, we shall see.
Well, I would say it has to be football, right? I mean, the cool, crisp air in the morning. I just remember back in the day getting out there and playing catch with my dad, throwing the football around, and then going in and watching football throughout the day. Families all talking to each other. Maybe we escape a little bit, but it's part of the tradition.
What are your favorite traditions around Thanksgiving?
Eating.
So at Thanksgiving, something we like to do in my family is when we sit around the Thanksgiving table, we each take turns saying something that we are thankful for that year that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Something that occurred to us or maybe something someone did for us. Something else is in past Thanksgivings, we've invited people who had nowhere else to go to come celebrate with us. That was just really heartwarming experiences.
So my favorite ones are kind of getting to drive up out to Waco and see the family, do all the fellowship, just have a whole lot of fun.
My favorite traditions are seeing my family and eating my mom's carrot souffle.
Outstanding. What are your favorite traditions around Thanksgiving?
Oh, gosh. Well, I mean, it would have to be the food, right? The meal. A lot of people don't know this. I'm a bit of a chef myself. Obviously the turkey's the big mainstay, but I think we might have Nick, if you can grab, brought something a little unorthodox.
I was not warned about
But we
this.
might do it, the plate too. Yes. You know, what is a turkey without a cranberry sauce? And I kind of happen to be a little bit of the expert of doing these things, and might give a quick demonstration if I could.
That'd be great.
You're going to want to start with the jellied cranberry sauce, right?
Yeah.
If it doesn't look like the can whenever you spurt it out, then you've done something wrong. Certainly. Yeah. But that's not where we leave things. We'll, put my own little spin on it. See if this can opener from the break room works. Don't know the last time. Why do we have a can opener in the break room?
For
For
cranberry.
exactly this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, right, you want to do that. We'll get those edges there. This is news you can use. This is practical.
Yeah.
And then, just like that. Isn't that?
Wow.
Look at that.
That is
You've got
beautiful.
the ridges, and you could stop there. But if you want to class it up a little bit, put that baby just right on the side, right?
Wow.
Cut a slice, cut another slice, cut a few slices, really nice. Bon appetit, cranberry sauce, a la Brandon. You can use that at your Thanksgiving get together. One of my favorite traditions.
What are your favorite traditions around Thanksgiving?
I would say my favorite traditions would be, growing up on a ranch, just that time of year is the slow time. So just getting to spend a lot more time with family and friends and doing catch-up projects.
Well, Michael, my traditions have changed over the decades of my life, but I think basically what it centers around is what family, friends, and feasting. The specifics might change, but that's always a big part of it. But more so, whatever whatever's going on, bad years and good, I think taking that moment to really be thankful for what we have and for being together is always the key point. And it's the point of the holiday. It's right there in the name.
My favorite traditions around Thanksgiving have everything to do with family. So no matter which side of the family we're at, there's always a game going on, whether it's a card game, a football game, and just that face-to-face time together every Thanksgiving is always special.
Why is thankfulness an important attitude to cultivate?
Well, I'm not sure you're aware. Well, obviously you are, but life's hard. It is tough. But when you take time to think about the good things others have done for you, like how much your parents sacrificed to make your life easier, the grace that Christ Jesus showed you, it helps guard against cynicism. And also you come to appreciate like, wow, you know what? My life isn't as bad as it could have been. It also helps guard against entitlement.
I mean, obviously, I think thankfulness is an important thing to cultivate. There's good science around the health benefits of being thankful. I think everyone can mentally picture a person in their life who's just filled with joy. It's kind of oozing out of them. And those people, I think you could reliably anticipate are the people who are most thankful. The other thing that's really important to think about, that I spend my time thinking about, is the culture. Thankfulness and contentedness. I think these two things, these concepts go together. It's, it's thankfulness with another word. Right. Contentedness can help people escape a victimhood mentality. People are going around thinking, oh, I need more. Oh, the world's out to get me. I think that if you cultivate thankfulness, you can get yourself out of that and you'll actually live a really fulfilled life.
If my Savior is going to die on a cross and rise from the dead for me, that is something for which I am tremendously grateful. And he commands us to be thankful. So that's a pretty good reason right there. But then if you kind of just look around, how can you not be? We have our challenges as a state. We have our challenges as a country, but we still got it pretty good. We'd like to keep it that way.
Well, I think it's very important to meditate on our blessings. It's something we take for granted. It is easy to, when something great happens, be grateful for that event, but also to be grateful for the little things, that you made it safe to work or down the stairs in the morning. Right. So meditating on those, and also our family, letting them know how appreciated they are, having a chance to do that is very important.
I think it shapes our perspectives. It shows us, it sort of orients us back to what is most important and what we have versus thinking about what we don't have.
Well, obviously thankfulness, we're called to be thankful in all things, right? I think a lot of people have said that, but it's true. And it turns out that's a good way to live. Certainly there are ups and downs every year. But I think when you have a thankful attitude, it's a lot easier, a lot more fulfilling way to get through life, certainly.
Thankfulness is important because it reminds us, what is important, and just, the simple things like, family and friends and even help, and that we sometimes overlook, over the busyness of life. And
1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, "In everything give thanks, for this is God's will in Jesus Christ for you." Thankfulness grows your appreciation for everything, and with growing appreciation, you are able to enjoy and appreciate every single part of life. And it also cultivates the fruits of the Spirit, peace and patience, and also thankfulness allows you to grow in camaraderie with your community.
Why is thankfulness an important attitude to cultivate?
Well, because you can't approach life feeling, beaten down. There's plenty of things to beat us down, plenty of bad things. But if we don't take that time, not just on Thanksgiving, but throughout the year, to really appreciate the positive things, we're not going to be able to live a full life for ourselves and for others.
Because it shapes our perspective. If we go around life thinking, oh, well, this is just the worst, or, oh, I really need this to make me happy, when in reality, you don't. You have a lot of blessings in your life, and taking the time to honor those and be grateful for them is an important perspective shaper.
good for the environment.
What are you most thankful for this year?
Oh, that's actually a really easy question, because this year specifically, it ties right into the work we're doing here at Texas Scorecard covering higher education. But the really, really short version of this story is that about 10 years ago, I was praying like one of the really fervent times in my life for real change to come, primarily at UT Austin, but across higher education in general in the state of Texas and really across the entire country. And so throughout the course of 2025, I've literally just been getting paid to watch my prayers from 10 years ago get answered. And it's really just been tremendous. And it's been a really cool ride these last 6 or so months that we've been doing this together. And I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next.
Well, I think the cliche answer is to say family, and that is absolutely true. But beyond that, the great state of Texas and the opportunities that it has afforded me personally, it is the promised land, and I'm grateful to be here.
Christ has just been very good to me. He has given me a lot more relationships this year with friends, and my life is just a lot more full today. I've come to realize that the saying is true. Life is about people.
What are you most thankful for this year?
Thankful for wise people around me for advice.
I am thankful for many things. First of all, my abilities that were given to me by God in order to graduate Baylor. And then also, I'm really thankful for this opportunity to work here.
Wow. Well, I would be remiss if I did not say family. My wife Courtney and I are expecting our first in the kind of the beginning of next year, first child. So obviously thankful for that. And then broadly, looking at, I think we as an Texas Scorecard, I think we would all say we're all thankful for our subscribers, people who are following, and not just following, what we're writing about or talking about, but people who are actually getting engaged in the process. I think we saw during this last legislative session that there's more people, I think, tuned in and engaged and actually trying to make a difference and trying to be self-governing in the process than we've ever seen before. And so I think we've got a lot to be thankful for this year.
Well, I am thankful for my family. I'm sure you've gotten that a lot. But I would say specifically to this year is the opportunities that I've been able to have, and the life lessons that each one has taught me, and the friends that I've made along the way.
It sounds kind of trite, but this year, really, I'm very thankful for my health. Because again, getting older, you see more and more people having those health challenges, and how hard that is to do everything else in your life and deal with these fundamental issues. So I try to be grateful every single day that I'm able to get up and go and do the things that I want and need to do.
This year, I am thankful for the reminder that I am not in control, that God is in control, and that all of his plans are so much better than anything I could ever come up with.
So this year, I'm thankful for the thing that I'm thankful for every year, and that's my family. We live in a culture that the family is continually under attack. Mm-hmm. I think you see this, especially after 2016. It's if your family thinks differently than you, then you need to divorce them. And I think that this sends people off into chaos. It sends them out into no man's land. They don't have any structure. They don't have safety. I listened to an interview recently by Nick Cave, who talked about Pinocchio and the impact that reading it, not the Disney movie, but the books, had on him after he lost his son. I think that the story of Pinocchio is really a useful one to think about when you're thinking of family, because if you haven't read it, Pinocchio is out there doing adventure. He's getting into a bunch of trouble. He's incorrigible even, but that entire time he's being pursued by his father. That's a really important thing, as a believer, to see, like, oh, okay, the father is pursuing me. It's also important because we're made for quest. We're made to do big things and reorder the world. And that's going to be dangerous. We're going to get it wrong. We have to have the family there to back us up. the Greer house, we had one rule. It's you always have your family's back. Without that, there's no way we would be able to do the things that we're trying to accomplish. Family and Thanksgiving specifically are a time for us to be renewed and to get recharged and go back out into the world and do great things.
Daniel, thank you for your time.
Thanks again.
And thank you for joining this edition of Real Texans. From all of us at Texas Scorecard to you and your family, we wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. What are you most thankful for this year?
Kick.
Cut.